Teaching, Teaching by Principles, an Interactive Approach to Language Pedagogy. It's the book that I had used in this channel, sorry. And so let's find the specific page I stopped it, because I don't remember. I think it was page 51. Yes, 51. Today we're gonna read about methodology, approach, method, curriculum, syllabus, and technique. This specific concept about it, because the last video I talked about these concepts a lot, but trying or reading this figure here. And so today we have a lot of text in English. In this channel or in this video, I just try to read something in English because I think it's a good way to practice in English. We have a lot of other techniques or strategies to improve English. So we have for skills of communications, or yes, I can say that it's a kind of skills. For example, you can reading something or reading texts like I'm doing right here, exactly right here. Just reading, it's a kind of specific skill of communication, and so you can beyond reading, you can speak in English. Try to speak in English. I try to do this here in this video, but for me it's very difficult, but I try, no problem if there are a lot of wrongs here, but okay. And so it's the second skill of communication. The third skill of communication, it's writing. If you want or if you can writing, just writing something in English. It's a kind of strategy, very nice too. So we have reading, speaking, writing, and the last one we can talk about listening. If you just try to hear something, it's a very nice strategy to improve or develop the English. So in this channel I try to just reading, and sometimes I try to speak too, because for me it's very difficult to speak, but read hard too, but I try. I think it's more, I feel very comfortable when I try to reading, or when I have in front of me texts that I can read in English. Because if I just, how can I say this in English? Se eu tivesse, I don't know. Let's continue the last video about the concept of methodology, approach, method, curriculum, syllabus, and technique. What are we left with? I try to read this very slowly. What are we left with in this lexicographic confusion? Interestingly, the terminology of the pedagogical literature in the field appears to be more in line with Antony's original terms, but with some important additions and refinements. Following is a set of definitions that reflect the correct usage as that will be used in this book. Let's try to read this again, but a little bit more fast. What are we left with this lexicographic confusion? Interestingly, the terminology of the pedagogical literature in the field appears to be more in line with Antony's original term, but with some important additions and refinements. Following a set of definitions that reflect the correct use and will be used in this book. Okay. Second paragraph about the concept of methodology. Methodology. methodology, the study of pedagogical practices in general, including theoretical underpinnings and related research, whatever considerations are involved in how to teach are methodological. And so here we have the definition of methodology. It's a kind of philosophy, it's a kind of the base of the pedagogical practices in general, okay? A kind of theoretical thing. Next, definition, approach. Let's think about this, a kind of umbrella. Imagine a great umbrella, okay? A big umbrella, and we have a methodology, approach, method. Approach. Theoretical positions and beliefs about the nature of the language. Theoretical positions and beliefs about the nature of the language learning, and the applicability of both to pedagogical settings. Here we have the definition to approach. It's a kind of beliefs about the nature of language, specific theory. Method. What's the definition of method? A generalized set of classroom specifications for accomplishing linguistic objectives. Methods tend to be primarily concerned with teacher and student roles and behaviors, and so secondarily with such features as linguistic and subject matter objectives, sequencing and materials. They are almost always thought of as being broadly applicable to a variety of audiences in a variety of contexts. And so, last one, or almost last one, curriculum syllables, designed for carrying out of a particular language program. Features include a primary concern with the specification of linguistic and subject matter objectives, sequencing and materials to meet the needs of designed group of learners in a defined context. The term syllabus is used more customarily in the United Kingdom to refer to what is called a curriculum in the United States. Last one. Technique. What is the definition of technique? Also commonly referred to be other terms. Any of a wide variety of exercises, activity, or devices used in the language classroom for realizing the lesson objectives. Okay, it was the 5 concepts of a methodical history of language teaching, the first pages, okay? And so the next video from this book, I'm gonna try to read something about changing windows, lines, and shifting sense. Now we're gonna try to read something in other languages. We're gonna try to read in Italian. Parliamo la nostra lingua. It's an old book, and I like this book. Let's find the specific page here that I stopped in the last video because I don't remember. The vocali? No, the vocali, the fonologia. Ok, grammatica, suppati, linguaggio. Ok, panorama lessicale. Linguaggio. No, it's so big, sorry. Edecolassintesi. Grammatica, arte di parlare e scrivere correttamente. Fonologia, scienza dei suoni. Morfologia, studio della forma. Sintassi, studio della disposizione della parola nel discorso. Ortoepia, esatta pronuncia. Ortografia, corretta scrittura. Let's repeat this in Italian. Grammatica, arte di parlare e scrivere correttamente. Fonologia, scienza dei suoni. Morfologia, studio della forma. Sintassi, studio della disposizione delle parole nel discorso. Ortoepia, esatta pronuncia. Ortografia, corretta scrittura. This book, it's about grammar, okay? It's an old book, but I like this book because I like the book. Just it, a simple situation. We have a special picture here, image. It's Florence. I know this place, very nice. I know this specific church include Santa Maria del Fiore, and so I like this text. The next video, in this book, I'm gonna read Panorama Lexicale. Now let's try to do the same thing, but in Spanish. So I can't, it's very difficult for me. For me, it's impossible to speak in Italian because I really don't know anything. I don't use, and in my mind, you have to use the language to improve. And so, in this case, Italian, Spanish, or German, for me, it's strange because I really don't use it, so I can't speak. But read, okay, we can try. Spanish by images, it's the third book, okay, Spanish by images. And so it's a kind of collection. A lot of languages here, Spanish by images, English by images, French by images, and German by images too. I like this book because it's an old book, okay, but we have a lot of images. And the final book, in the final page, we have the phonetic transcription. And so I think it's nice to improve. Let's find the specific page that I stopped because I don't remember. Let's see. Page 18. No, page 19. And here we have the dialogues here. Yo soy un hombre, soy un hombre. Yo soy un hombre, soy un hombre. Yo estoy aquí, aquí. Yo estoy aquí, estoy aquí. Él es un hombre, él es un hombre. Él es un hombre, él está ali, él está ali. Ela é uma mulher, está aqui. Aqui. Oh, let's see the phonetic transcription on the final page. Estoy. Aqui, no, aqui, aqui. Eu sou um homem, eu estou aqui, aqui. Ela é um homem, ela está ali. Ela é uma mulher, está aqui. Agora ela está ali. Está ali, aí. It's not exactly ali. É um pássaro. No, let's see the phonetic transcription. Pájaro. É um pájaro. Pájaro está aqui. Agora, o pájaro está ali. É um pájaro, está aqui. Agora, o pájaro está ali. Eles estão aqui. Eles estão aqui. Estão. Agora estão ali. Eu estou aqui. Você está ali. Ustedes estão ali. Usted está aqui. Ele está ali. Agora ele está aqui. Nosotros estamos aqui. Estamos. É um nome. Este homem está aqui. É um nome. Esse homem está ali. É uma mulher. Esta mulher está aqui. É uma mulher. Esta mulher está ali. Esse, esta, esse. So, for this video, I think it's enough. In the next video, we're gonna proceed in the page 23, okay, and from this old book about Spanish by images. Now let's read the last book for this video in German. It's the same collection, the German by images. Here we have English by images, German by images, French by images, Spanish by images. But in this video, in this channel, we just try to read something in Spanish or German. It's a kind of strategy to improve the English too. Because for me, the most important is English, not German, not Italian, not Spanish. But I think it's good for my mind. Okay, let's try to read the vowels. And in German we have 21 vowels. I think it's so incredible, and I'm afraid when I think about it. So in the last video we talking about a breve como em fato, a longo como em sala, wagen, wagen, man, cart, wagen, war, edit, e fechado como em lenho, edict, edict, e fechado e longo como em vero, weg, weg, mir, 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 weg, edit, ok. E átono entre o e o, beat, 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 nome, nome, nome. E aberto como em festa, o último do vídeo, the last one for today. Mena, 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 veg, 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 veg. Veg se lê vec, 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 vec. Okay, for today we just read more two vowels. E, átono entre o e o, e como em festa. E, e, e. Até agora nós vimos a como em fato, a como em sala, e como em lenho, e como em vero, e como em e como em festa. No próximo vídeo, então, continuamos a partir daqui. Ou melhor, acho que dá tempo de mais um e, né? Que seria o e longo, como acima, porém longo. Então, e, vamos ver se isso sai. Faden, feren. Tá, entendi, cara. Feren, feren. Heffen, 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 heffen. Beleza, então finalizamos assim o vídeo. Até agora já foram 7 vogais que tentei entender até o momento. Lembrando que são 21. So, thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we're gonna proceed proceed about English. Thank you for watching this video again. Sorry. Vamos fazer esse direito. Por que eu me perdi nesse final? Porque eu estou prestando atenção aqui nas vogais, que são 21, e eu estou tentando lembrar qual que eu devo continuar no próximo vídeo. Então, valeu por assistir esse vídeo aqui. Estou treinando o inglês, né? No próximo vídeo continuo com as vogais e também em todas as outras línguas, só tentando aprender um pouco. Thank you for watching this video again.